Hey guys, it's Kugli again with another ROM review, and this time I've got FIUI for Galaxy S3. Now FIUI stands for Future Interactive UI. It is, at least in my opinion, it's a semi-Chinese ROM, and the latest version of course is not available for S3, but a guy on XDA has taken the pain to port it to Galaxy S3 and we have it now. So let's get started. Now first of all, what you would see here is the lock screen, which is a different one. Now mind you, this is a KitKat based ROM. This is Android 4.4.4, not 5.0, so just keep that in mind. You have a basic lock screen which you pull up to get into the phone. What you can see here is the FIUI launcher, which is a pretty standard launcher. It is a really cool and all that. Let's go to the settings of this. You do have extra settings for that. You can get into that. Now let's go to the settings and about phone page and see what this is. You can see FIUI, Future Interactive UI. Our phone, it is beta, so keep that in mind. It is beta, version 2.9.0, 4.4.4 KitKat, and you do have an option to update it if you have gotten this ROM from the official website. It does have an official website which I'll be linking in the description below, but you do have that option. In the status you will get a bunch of options which you can use for whatever reason. So yeah, pretty cool. Now what is this ROM? This is a very minimal ROM which kind of takes a lot of cue from other Chinese based ROMs like MIUI and the one I recently reviewed, the IUNIS. It is a beautiful ROM. It does have a lot of changes to the frameworks to make this a bit different, a lot different from the standard Android market. So that is a radical change. It does work out pretty good for it. So let's get to the other settings now. First of all, these are going to be the similar settings which you have and have seen. Pretty cool. Bluetooth option does work. Now the previous version which I was using, 2.9.0, was not, it did have a few problems. The Bluetooth was not working and the notification LED would actually keep on flashing even if you have accepted a notification or anything like that. So that's something which I really wanted to get away from, and it actually had an update, 2.9.0B, and I'm running that one right now and it does work out neatly. It does really work out. Pretty cool. What else do we have now? NFC options, Bluetooth, etc. works. Personalization option is just for wallpaper selection. You can select wallpaper from this. So you have lock screen wallpaper, home wallpaper, launcher wallpaper. You have a lot of options there. Security and settings, etc. Pretty cool. You do have a lot of options now. Passwords visible, etc. etc. Yeah. Language. Now this is a Chinese ROM, but you do have multiple language options, so that is really cool. It is a multi-language ROM, so it will be pleasing to a lot of people. It does have the Google Chinese Pinyin keyboard, so if you are going to use that, it is available right out of the bat, so pretty cool. You can flash GApps. I haven't flashed it yet. You can flash GApps and use all the GApps functions. You can use Google Play services and install everything there, also pretty neat. Sound options, you have basic options here. This is a basic ROM. This is a basic outline ROM which you can use. This is super stable. I mean, it is 4.4.4 stable. So yeah, I'll just say that, because 4.4.4 may be stable for a lot of people but may not be stable enough for others. So I'm not going to say one thing or the other about it, but yeah, it is pretty cool. Display options. Now this does have a few options extra. Status bar, battery text, you can enable that. These are normal settings. I have of course set it to the small font because I love using small font, and pretty cool. That's really nice. Rotation unlock, sleep, etc. Now in the advanced settings you can see a lot of options now. Status bar text, which I just disabled and showed you guys, that is there. Floating graphics, so that is pretty cool. You can see this thing. You can actually enable this to be anywhere and actually get the traffic reading. So it does show you guys what the traffic is. It's right now 0 because nothing's going on. You can also have status bar, so there is that status bar traffic mode. It shows percentage. I'm not really sure what that is. So yeah, dynamic fantastic bar. So now that is a bit of a bug right now because it is supposed to be the thing where in Lollipop ROMs and in the with the expose module you can have a tinting on the status bar about the app. I mean, if you have a app with black green action bar, the status bar will be green also. So you can enable that with this. But in this ROM, if you enable that, you will have a bit of a micro stutter here and there. You can see it is stuttering here and there. So that is something of a bug right now, which is there in this ROM. So without that, it is smooth as hell. I mean, it's really a smooth ROM. You do have brightness control by status bar pull downs. Double tap to sleep, prevent accidental wake up using the proximity sensor. Wake up on plug. Screen of animation, pretty cool. You do have fade animation, which I really like. And screen color optimization. You have standard, vivid, and custom, which you can use. I didn't really see a lot of differences between these two, but it is there if you need it. So pretty cool. Apps and other stuff, you can see all of these are working. I mean, running apps. In the running apps, you can see the RAM usage, which is a pretty cool one. You have about 342 megs free, which is going to be the normal for a KitKat ROM. Yeah, pretty not normal, but still it is a very good balance between speed and RAM usability. So that's really neat. In the accessibility settings, you have a lot of options. Now, first of all, what I want you guys to know is that out of flashing, this ROM does not have the optimized buttons for Galaxy S3. That is what I mean by that is if you long press home, it does nothing. If you single press home, it goes to the home button. If you click the menu button once, it will show you guys the recent menu, the recent apps. That's not something which I really like, and it's kind of like the newer Samsung S5 and stuff like that. I don't really like it. And if you long press the menu button, it will show you guys the menu. So that's not something which I appreciated. So for changing that, go to accessibility settings, buttons, and change the long press action on home button, add short press action to open close menu. You can use all of these things to work. So that's really cool. It does have that, pretty neat. Orientation, backlighting, enabling, you have a lot of options there. Tiles and layout, you can see the notification is just that. It doesn't have a full notification, but if you get something like a message or any notification, it will extend here and you can swipe it away. That is a really innovative and new way for the notification menu. I mean, this has been implemented in older Chinese ROMs, which I have reviewed for like Galaxy Ace and stuff. So yeah, I really like this because it adapts to the way you'd receive notifications. So that's really cool. It doesn't have a tile interface. It only has this swipeable notification which you can customize from here. So pretty cool. Performance, you do have options for that. If you have flash, when you flash a overclockable kernel, you can select it from the get-go. You can have that, pretty cool. You have profiles for performance, power save, and balanced option. So neat. Battery. Now battery life is not the best as you would expect out of a very themed ROM. It does use a bit of battery extra than any other 4.4.4 ROM. In terms of comparing it with the Lollipop ROM, this is worlds ahead. I mean, you will be able to use this phone for a day and then charge it at night and live like that. It's really cool. I mean, you can see the wake lock issues. There are no wake locks. That's something pretty cool. I mean, with Lollipop ROMs, there were a few wake lock problems which I have faced. So developer options. Now I really appreciate developer options basically because it does work out for me. It does have the super user option, which is pretty neat. I mean, it does work out. At least titanium background does work out. So I have been using this for a while now. You do have, now I have used art in this, and this is right now running on art. It is working. It is phenomenal. I really like art a lot because I have used Lollipop ROM on this phone and I have found that to be really useful. I have also run the tests like benchmarking with Dalvik. The benchmarking scores were not really different. It's the same as I have found with this one, so it's pretty cool. Collab with back button, all of that, you can enable that. And yeah, that is pretty much it in the settings menu. Now what else do we have now? Okay, I want to tell you guys this. The apps, all of these apps are kind of optimized for devices with the other kind of menu buttons like S5, where there's home button, back button, and there's the recent option. So that is something which I kind of found to be a little tedious, to say honestly. So let's go to the themes. I mean, all of these are themed. You can see you have menu button here and a back button here. All of these system apps which are themed have that kind of a theming. So yeah, just wanted to tell you guys, the messaging app is a really cool one. Now this does have the cell broadcast app installed. First thing what you do with this is you install this ROM, you install Titanium Backup, and you freeze Cell Broadcaster, because Cell Broadcaster was a really good innovative thing and you could have used it to notify of any calamity or stuff like that. But right now the only thing Cell Broadcaster is good for is advertisement, and everyone advertises the shit out of it. So that's really annoying. So just freeze it and you will not have any problems with that. Camera. Now camera is the 4.4.4 camera, so it does have all of these options. You can see settings, more options, all of these. Shutter, power shutter is available, storage selection, etc, etc. It's available. Now 4.4.4 camera is a pretty neat camera, so you can use it for your daily driving usages. Let me show you guys the Antutu benchmark score. So yeah, the benchmark score right now was about 25,400, which is on the lower side. Yeah, it does happen. The average I would consider about 25,900, 26,000. So it is a pretty good ROM for a 4.4.4 ROM. So yeah, let me show you guys the boot animation, which is pretty cool. So here is the boot animation for FIUI, which is a very minimal, just the icon of it. I mean, yeah, that's it. So I guess that much is it about the ROM. I mean, it's not a very performance. It's not oriented at a lot of people. It is for that niche market who want a very beautiful ROM, which is on a relatively new OS rather than Jelly Bean, and it works. It's a really minimal ROM for people who like things like that. So that's really cool. So yeah, I guess that much is it about the ROM. Hope you guys like the video. Please share, subscribe, and like the video if you found it useful. See you guys next time. Bye.